of the 27 required training exercises, we've selected 4 for this demonstration. Our first, one of the most demanding maneuvers for a pilot is to approach during very low visibility. Our next simulator maneuver will be a Nihilist Approach, breaking through a 300-foot ceiling. We'll continue the approach and then do what an airplane cannot do. We'll stop, and we'll do this during the approach. First, to examine various details of the approach lighting system, and next, we'll stop at a decision height of 100 feet. The visibility will be progressively lowered from RVR, which is runway visual range, 2,400 feet, and 1,200 feet. These are all safe weather conditions for landing with the proper airborne and ground equipment available, and when crews are trained in this type simulator. And finally, we'll move the simulator down to 50 feet and reduce the visibility below acceptable limits and describe the proper crew action to be taken.
We're leaving 300 feet now. We're on localizer and on glide slope. Breaking out at 200 feet, the strobe lights come into view. Now we'll freeze the simulator at 150 feet to examine the Category 2 lighting system. You can see that the strobe lights stop at the 1,000-foot bar. There are flanking red lights between the 1,000-foot bar and the threshold. Beyond the threshold are the runway lights. All right, let's go down to 100 feet and freeze. We are right over the 1,000-foot bar. The visibility is now reduced to RVR 2,400. If a pilot is able to see this light pattern following breakout, he may proceed down to a safe landing. Moving down to 50 feet. The visibility is further reduced to RVR 1,200, still safe for landing. However, if visibility is further reduced below safe limits, the pilot must abandon the landing attempt and execute a missed approach procedure ordering a go-around.
Go-around thrust. Flaps 22. Rotate to climb. An important feature of this visual simulation system is its flexibility. During this maneuver, we'll demonstrate its capability to permit unrestricted maneuvering in and around the airport. We'll start with a normal instrument approach to this runway. And after breakout at 800 feet, we'll receive word from the tower that the runway is obstructed by disabled aircraft. We'll be given the option to land on the parallel runway here at the right. Now this runway has no instrument guidance, so we'll make a visual approach, turning on a short base leg and then immediately a short approach to landing.
We will break out very shortly now. We are approaching 800 feet on glide slope and localizer. Breakout with the runway dead ahead. Our captain has just been notified to either use the adjacent runway or to go around. Electing to land, he disconnects the autopilot, adds thrust, holds his altitude, and heads for the runway to the right. First, a short base leg. Then he will re-establish his descent. Now for a turn to the final. A few visual adjustments. We're in the slot.
going to execute a takeoff during which we will experience an engine failure. After passing V1 speed and experiencing the subsequent yaw sensations, corrective rudder pressure will be applied to compensate for the thrust asymmetry and will rotate the airplane on schedule and be at V2 at 35 feet.
Corrective rudder pressure.